Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Dion back with a daily Fanduel lineup, man, for today, January 13th. I'm doing this video kind of late. It's about 3:15 a.m. Eastern Time, so if I sound a little bit tired, I'm trying not to. Just bear with me, man. Actually, I'm just gonna have a little recap. I think I posted my lineup on Twitter, and I'm not sure, but casting every single slate except for this little free roll. Well, cast all my lineup except for some free roll. Uh, and freaking Pelicans really had my best lineup was 322. I had Russell Westbrook, Kyrie, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Lou Will, uh, T.J. Warren, Shabazz Muhammad, Porzingis, um, Zebo, I think, and Greg Monroe. I think that was my line, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just going off the top of my head, but never mind that, man. I cast pretty good, so uh, no complaints there. So we're gonna really just get into this slate, man. Like I always do, we're gonna start off with point guards. The point guards I'm looking at kind of like Russell Westbrook, but now that I'm seeing that these Dallas Mavericks, well, I was like him before I really clicked the slate. Now that I saw that these Dallas Mavericks played 40 plus minutes, and because they had an overtime game, last time they did that, half was like half the star, well, 4 out of the 5 of the starting lineup sat out. So um, I wouldn't be surprised to see that happen again, and they're traveling to OKC, so I wouldn't be surprised if you see Dirk sit out maybe, or he doesn't play regular minutes. Darren Williams and maybe Wes Matthews. Parsons played the last time around, so I guess there's a chance that he plays, and maybe Pachulia possibly sits out. So I wouldn't be surprised there. But the main guys I'm looking at: Steph Curry. I guess you gotta throw John Wall out there just because it's John Wall, but I'm not really a fan of him today. Um, Tyreek Evans, Rondo, Drew Holiday, and Emmanuel Mudiay. So I'm going the main guys from that quarter I'm looking at is definitely Steph Curry from a high price dude. Definitely you got Draymond that said he's expected to sit out for the next 2 games. So that's Steph Curry usage is going way through the roof. He has a good matchup right now. Let's talk about some of the things with him. Nuggets third worst against point guards as far as DVP goes. The pace, this is, I mean, well, Golden State always pushes the pace, so I think they're the second fastest team in the NBA as far as pace goes, so that got that going for them. Um, 35 plus minutes, in a close game. I think this game stays pretty close. Get 35 plus minutes from Curry. Sailing is through the roof, man. Only knock I have on him is maybe he takes the back burner to Clay or something. He doesn't hit the 5 times value, but I don't think there's any way Clay and Curry don't combine for 100. So, um, I'm definitely high on Curry today. Really, not too much of a knock on him. Another guy like scroll down like Tyreek Evans. He didn't have such a great game against the Lakers. They experienced a little bit of foul trouble, so he probably missed out on 6 extra minutes. Because he probably would have played 40 if it wasn't for that. Um, he had 30 points, so uh, he comes into this game against the Kings versus the number one fastest team in pace against the Sacramento Kings. So I think his former team might be a little revenge game. I'm not quite sure how he's done fared against them in the past, but they have struggled against point guards, giving up a million points a game. They can't really stop anybody from scoring. So Tyreek Evans, like him there, he starts off at point guard. So I guess you can kind of use the stat that the Kings are the fourth worst team against point guard. So like that there, he's playing close to 40 minutes a game. The usage rates through the roof. It's almost at 30 with AD out. I hope AD is out, man, because I definitely like Tyreek Evans might make a few different lineups. So, this lineup that I have right now is not set in stone. So, who knows what's gonna happen there next? I like Drew Holiday, 6,200. I know he almost burned a few people today. Let's go check him out. Let's see. He only played, I think, 26 minutes. But I think that was mainly because it was the first leg of a back-to-back. He probably didn't want to tire him out and then not have him at full energy tomorrow in case AD doesn't play, I guess. So that's probably that's my logic behind it. So I definitely think he plays above 30 minutes today. But so 6,200 for a guy in a great matchup, fast-paced game. Kings fourth worst team against point guards. He has the highest usage rate at about 30. I think it's around 30.2 or something like that, which is pretty crazy. If you compare that to the best players in the league right now, like a Westbrook at 34, uh, Durant, LeBron, they're close to there. So 30 usage rate for somebody that's 6,200 in a great matchup, can't go wrong there. Especially if he plays over 30 minutes. Nice GPP play, possibly cash if you can trust those minutes. So I like Drew Holiday, and you guys see I have in my lineup Emmanuel Mudiay, man. 5K. This is such a discounted price for a guy that has a chance to possibly play 40 minutes in a high-paced game. You see, he got 27 basically last game against Charlotte. Wasn't the ideal matchup. Um, the Warriors haven't been the greatest against point guards. I definitely think Moutier could take Curry to the hole a few times. The only knock I have on him, he's had a lot of turnover problems in the past. I mean, I guess he's cured it. Oh crap! I didn't mean to click off of that. Excuse me. Let me go back. Damn. I guess he's kind of cured it or whatever. But Manuel Moutier, 5K, high paced game. Get a decent matchup with Curry. Not a great defender at all. The over unders at 211, man. Great price for 30 for somebody that's playing 35 minutes and pretty much a good usage rate. So I like him there. I think it's about 23 or something like that. So only knock I have on him is the turnovers. I think at 5K you can definitely pay that price off though. Especially with no Draymond, he's pretty much their defensive anchor. So he's the guy. He might be an undersized power forward, but he's definitely an anchor to defense. Definitely think it'll be easier for the Nuggets to get to the rim this game. So I like Moody at 5K. It allowed me to get a couple other guys I like in this lineup. So let's move on to. Oh yeah, I talked about pretty much every point guard that I really like. So let's move on to shooting guard. I just have to lock Clay in my lineup position. There's not too many guys I like today. I know a lot of people probably look at Harden, 10K. No, I think Wiggins will be guarding him, so I'm not quite sure about that matchup. I mean, it's Harden, so he's a superstar, so anything's possible. But at 10K, I'm fading that. But let's get back on Clay. Like I said, 211 over under. This might be closer than a lot of people think. I think this might come down to the wire. Actually, especially with no Draymond. Um, Nuggets worst team against shooting guards. As far as DVP goes, usage should be way up with Draymond out, fast pace. The floor is pretty decent. The only knock I have on Clay is it's kind of scoring dependent. He doesn't do anything besides that, but he's pretty darn good at scoring. So Clay, in this kind of game, I definitely like him, man. I definitely want to see how he fares in Denver, man. All know about the crap. We all know about the air man in Denver, man. Less dense and all that stuff. So, um, we all know about that. It's kind of tiring. So if he's the excuse me, the Warrior. I'm doing this kind of late, so excuse me. We all know the Warriors like to play up in pace. So let's see if that kind of hurts them in the end. But yeah, I definitely love Clay today. 7,600, great price. For what his ceiling is. So let's move on. Greek Freak. Uh, Washington Wizards. He plays small forward, but they list him as a shooting guard. So we all know Washington sucks against small forwards. They're one of the worst teams. Let's go check it out. Actually, for the season, they're giving them around 41 points. Only second behind the Sixers. Let's go check out within the last week. See if anything's changed. Uh, and they're actually giving up about 43 within the last week. So nothing's really changed, man. I think Greek Freak could have a good game. The usage isn't the greatest, but it's a fast-paced game. Over under starting at 207. Washington's second worst team against small forwards. They kind of undermanned, undersized a little bit, so I definitely think Giannis could take advantage. I'm not quite sure who's gonna match up with him. Otto Porter's he's already not known as a good defender, and I think Giannis, you can play him at the 3, 4, it doesn't matter. So, um, think he has a good matchup, man. Only not to have on them second leg of a back to back. We'll see how that goes. And I think there's other good matchups for the Bucks individually, so it might come back to haunt them. But I think 6,800, not a horrible price, but I like the floor, man. Definitely somebody I could play in cash games. So Giannis, he only played 31 minutes tonight, but I think it was I definitely think he'll bounce back with a great game too. I wouldn't say bounce back, man. I'm just rambling right now because I'm tired. So uh, the choice of words right now are horrible, but definitely think he gets you 35 to 40 FanDuel points in this matchup against Washington, one of the fastest paced teams in the NBA. So I think they're right behind the Kings, Warriors. But no, actually they are the third, and then Boston's fourth right behind them. So yeah, man, I definitely like this game. Washington probably try to dictate the pace, and I think definitely think they'll try to force this to be a high scoring game. So Greek Freak, I like him a lot. Other guys I'm looking at, Will Barton, I would give him a chance if he wasn't priced so damn high. I think he's gonna play 30 minutes this game. This game suits his skill set, man, getting up and down the court. I think I checked out the game log earlier from when they played the Warriors, and he went off in that game. Let's go check something out. Uh, let's go check some out. We're just gonna go look at the Nuggets from when they played Golden State last time. Yeah, they played them like first few games of the season. And Will Barton 19, 8, 5, 2. So 27, 28, 31, 34, 35, 37, 39, 41. So that's 41 without the turnovers. Let's go see how many turnovers he had. Where's his name? Oh, Will Barton actually started. So yeah, okay. 38 FanDuel points. So that would definitely be value at this price, 6,700. I mean, you could take that chance in a tournament. I just think I'd rather play safe with Giannis and Clay, but I definitely think Will Barton could. I think this is the kind of game for him actually. So wouldn't be surprised to see him go off. Um, Usage rate is definitely way down with Gallinari back though. The next, that was pretty much it at Shungar. If you want to take a chance, you go Flalo 4,700 with Mellow out. And after that, I just move on. So small forward. Paul George, you could take a flyer on, man. His usage, I think he has the highest usage of any small forward, if I'm not mistaken. You can actually go check that out. Uh, let's see real quick. Uh, let's see. Okay, he's behind LeBron and Kobe at 29.5. So his usage is you just round that off to 30 pretty much. So 30% of possessions, he's basically dominating the ball. So I definitely like Paul George, man. We see I said Kobe. Carmelo's off to a hot start today against Boston. Um, I don't see any reason why Paul George can't do it. His usage is through the roof. Ronnie Stuckey's out. That's another guy you take out the game with high usage, and he gets to dominate the ball, man. And pretty much Boston's locking up point guards and shooting guards. So there's anybody that has to eat in order to beat Boston, I think it's Paul George. The over unders at 201. Boston's actually favored though, which is surprising. So if you want to take a flyer on Paul George, be my guest. I have no knock against it. I also think Batum could be a solid play. There's no DVP to suggest so, but him playing the two guard, man, he's pretty much been a point guard. Let's go check out his numbers. 7 assists, 6 assists, 11 assists, 8 assists, 7 assists. He's gonna get the matchup with Corver or Bazemore. Either or is fine with me. Uh, the Hawks haven't been doing that bad against shooting guards, but then the Hawks struggle against small forwards. So, I think either way, it's an individual matchup where I like for Nicholas Batum. 7,300 though. Probably pass on that in the game that I think I have more scoring opportunities. Like I think Gallinari has a chance to really hit his ceiling in this game. The matchup's not the greatest, but I love this pace of game. Love this pace. He might play the four actually too. He might try to downsize, go to a lineup with Moutier, Gary Harris, Will Barton, Gallinari, and then have one of the bigs. So Wouldn't be surprised to see that happen. He gets a lot of run at the power forward, so Gallinari is definitely a valuable play. Chris Middleton against Temple was something I like. Chris Middleton playing practically 40 minutes a game recently. Well, he's getting close to it, damn near. So, he has a high usage rate, second highest on the Bucks behind Greg Monroe. So, like him there, Wiggins. Anybody against James Harden is pretty much somebody I like. He's scoring dependent though, which is something I hate. Cassie's back. Chandler Parsons pretty cheap. Like I said, man, a lot of Mavericks might sit out, and if he plays, that's somebody I could definitely roster. Harrison Barnes, he might play a lot of 3 to 4 with Iggy. If especially if Iggy doesn't play, I think there's a chance Harrison Barnes sees a lot of 4 too when they go to that small ball lineup. Like him there, Dudley. Jared Dudley's playing around 30 minutes a game. Uh, Jabari Parker hasn't been the greatest defender. Stretch four, somebody that can get high from behind the arc. So he definitely has a chance, and he definitely has a chance to get some boards, man, against that Bucks team. Man, I was watching the game today, man. He just couldn't grab rebounds consistently. Like I had Greg Monroe on my team, and I literally watched him like with the break hands just literally drop rebounds. So uh, I definitely think Jared Dudley, 4,100. He's playing power forward. He's starting at power forward, so uh, have no complaints there. Then Shabazz Muhammad, we see what he's been doing. He's on the uptake right now. He's putting up. His minutes have just climbed the last 3 games: 26, 28, 34. He's basically giving you 5, 6 times value every game. So definitely like that 3,800. Should be a high scoring game. Rockets struggle on defense. The pace isn't the most ideal, but definitely think Shabazz could do something here. And then Lance Thomas, depending on Melo's status. So if Melo's out, Lance Thomas sees an uptake in minutes. He's played 23 today. You might see something like 28, maybe 28 to 30. And I think this is a pretty decent matchup for him against Brooklyn. So have no complaints there. So with that being said, we can move on to power forward. Um, I'm fading these high price guys, man. These guys just don't do it for me. If I look at anybody, it's gonna be maybe Thad Young against Porzingis. Just because this game stays close and not getting blown out, he'll probably see about 35 plus minutes. The minutes have been down lately, but this was a blowout. This was a blowout. These last 2 games was. I think even the Magic game was a blowout. They just been getting blown out lately. So against the Knicks with no Melo, I think that game stays close and Thad Young plays about 35. Free, just can't never trust Free, man. I don't know what it is. Just can't trust him. Minutes haven't been there either. So after that, got Porzingis, man, who just exploded for 40 and 27 minutes. I think he got in foul trouble, man. He got fouled out the game, so he probably actually would have played above 30 today and topped that. But against Brooklyn, man, Brooklyn's scoring threat has been awful, man. I just seen Aldridge light up that young. Can't and Porzingis is definitely gonna stay at that 3 point line, light him up a little bit too. So love him for cash game plays, even tournaments. So he's pretty much a lock in my lineup. Then of course if you got AD out, you can play Ryan Anderson. He's pretty much safe. Played him today. Got you 25, man. You want 30, but I could settle for 25 at his price. Pretty safe floor. Sacramento high paced game. This game suits his style too. So definitely run the court, get them wide open threes. Love it. And center, man. Center for me is pretty much Boogie Cousins, Greg Monroe, and where's he at? Robin Lopez for me. Brooklyn's second worst team against centers, if I'm not mistaken. This is the brother versus brother game too. Let's go for season. Uh, okay. Oh, third worst actually, giving up about 49 Fanduel points a game to center. So, loving that matchup there. Um, and that's kind of why I like Boogie, man. If you guys look at this too, New Orleans Pelicans second worst against centers, man. High paced game. This sets up for Boogie to have like a 60-point game. I wouldn't be surprised if he do. And this will be my tournament. About to join this actually. So uh, let's enter this actually. And we all know about the usage rate. So right about now, man, this is what I'm leaning with for a tournament, man. Probably switch some of this around. Um, just follow me on Twitter, man. I'll leave it in the description, man. So with that being said, I'm gonna head up out of here, man. Let me know what you guys think. Peace.